I've been with the native fish strategy right from the beginning. In fact, even before that, when it was a Murray River strategy. And I was with Victorian Fisheries for 15 years and then with Queensland Fisheries for 20 years. And for the last 6 years, I've been the independent scientist for the native fish strategy, so I've been with it all the way through. The big thing about the native fish strategy is the fact that people actually do something. Working with government departments, you tend to just write ministerials, do policies, things like that, but never actually do anything on the ground. So the native fish strategy was a lifesaver for me because it was putting all the things that I believed in into practice on the ground. And that's what kept me going through the 35 years of working for government departments. I don't think I could have survived if it hadn't been for the native fish strategy. I believe in saving rivers and the conservation of fish communities and the involvement of communities along rivers with their rivers and with the fish. And yeah, I believe in actually going out and doing things, physically doing things to rehabilitate rivers, rather than just writing things and sticking them on a shelf. A lot of strategies are written with all the best intent, and then they get put on a bookshelf and nothing ever happens with them. The native fish strategy is one of the few strategies that I know of that was never put on a shelf. It was an action plan right from the beginning, and people went out and did things and changed things, changed people's ideas, made a difference to rivers. I'm very grateful that I worked with a team of people that had the same ambitions as I had and the same passion as I had, and that were able to achieve things. I think it's not for one person to be proud, it's for a whole team to be proud of what they did. And I was just happy to be part of that team for a long period of time. Yeah, absolutely. Best group of people I've ever worked with, ever will work with, I'm sure. The strategy is a model, if you like, about how you can rehabilitate fish populations, how you can rehabilitate river systems. It's not something that is set in time, it's a model that can be used, be picked up by anyone at any time. And because the native fish strategy might have run its course in terms of funding, the model is still there and it can be picked up and used again. And I hope in the future that that's what will happen, that people will recognise that this is a good model for rehabilitating river systems and that it can be used at any time with any funding that's available. And that's what I hope will happen. We were talking yesterday about demonstration reaches, which is where you do a lot of interventions in a small reach of river to actually demonstrate that they make a difference. And we're trying to stress yesterday that that model is a really good model that can be used anywhere, not just in the Murray-Darling Basin, but could be used outside anywhere else in Australia. And there's no reason why the fact that the native fish strategy has finished as a program, there's no reason why that model has to finish. That model can be taken up by natural resource management agencies or communities anywhere and used as a way of rehabilitating river systems. So I don't see the native fish strategy, I don't see the demonstration reach as dying. I just see the current funding round as ceasing. But the actual models of both those things are still alive as far as I'm concerned and will continue to be used into the future.